and racing for the Savills sponsored Confined race. Major Ridge is going to be the first to show under Ross Wilson as they jump the first. Rattle the Cage on the inside just took it in second. Alongside there the colour change Game as a Pheasant, and then on the outside Carlos Gardel. Quickly on to number 2. Game as a Pheasant didn't get terribly high there, but Joe Wright sat tightly. Held up at the back of the field at the moment is Zandino. So heading up in front of us for the first time, all safely over the third. Rattle the Cage wasn't particularly fluent, and Major Ridge shows the way as they go onto the second of those plan fences. Leads by 3 lengths from Rattle the Cage, then Game of Pheasant, and then the other 3 all in a share of 4th. On the outside Carlos Gardel, on the inside the Mobile Man, and splitting that pair is Zandino. On to the next, and all 6 jumped it well. Just getting pushed along on landing there was Zandino. Jack Jordan just pushing Zandino along there for a couple of strides, and onto the open ditch, which Major Ridge gave plenty of air. The others all safely over, the last pair being the Mobile Man and Zandino. So swinging right-handed to take the next pair of playing fences, and then that long gallop back through the starting area. So Major Ridge took up the front running duties here, has a tendency just to jump slightly left-handed. So they go to the next, and the leader with a reduced advantage now, just a couple of lengths from Rattle the Cage. Game of Pheasant, the Mobile Man creeping up on the inside round that turn, then the nose-banded head of Carlos Gardel and Zandino, but only 5 lengths cover the entire field as they gallop along the back straight. And now the lead is down to half a length as Rattle the Cage moves right up along to press the leader, Major Ridge. Game as a Pheasant in 3rd, followed by stable companion the Mobile Man in 4th. Carlos Gardel was prominent early, but now dropped back into the last pair, but John Dawson looks perfectly content with that, lobbing along. And just on the outside of him, Zandino once again just pushed along for a few strides there by Jack Jordan, just racing a little lazily, Zandino. So they're back through the starting area, and these 2 plan fences in front of the stately home. Zandino didn't get very high at all there, hit that 9th fence quite hard, and once again bustled along as they jump the next. Zandino's running snatches so far. It just looked like Jack Jordan's going to draw the stick and give him a reminder as they jump the first in the straight, all 6 over. And indeed Zandino did get a reminder there. He's still well in touch, but he's not racing with a great deal of enthusiasm as they take the second in the straight. And all safely over. Major Ridge continues to show the way here. From Rattle the Cage, the Mobile Man and Kate Lowcock gradually crept nearer. They're now gone into a dispute of 3rd. Game as a Pheasant on the inside. Zandino, hard work for Jack Jordan, but hanging on in there. Carlos Gardel still travels well at the back of the sextet in this Savills Confined race, the second race of the afternoon here at Duncombe Park. All safely over the open ditch for the final time. And they're swinging right-handed to take those 2 fences before they gallop all the way down the hill to the fences in front of the stately home. So this is another playing one, and Rattle the Cage gone up on the inside now. Major Ridge possibly headed now for the first time as they go to the next one in that line. Rattle the Cage a definite advantage now from Major Ridge. Game as a Pheasant travels well in 3rd, then the Mobile Man, Carlos Gardel. John Dawson's going to play his cards late here. Zandino now has dropped to the back. So they've got a long gallop before they've got the 2 fences in front of the stately home. And then that long run in round the final turn. So still galloping down the back, Rattle the Cage. Will Easterby looking to double up. Similar tactics to the first, kicking on here and just beginning a push away. Game as a Pheasant's gone second, travelling well. Major Ridge now off the bridle and just beginning a struggle for a little bit extra in third. They've dropped the Mobile Man now, and Carlos Gardel hasn't picked up as yet. Zandino still driven away in sixth position by Jack Jordan, but turning now with 2 fences left to take in the Savills Confined. And on the inside, Rattle the Cage, but Game as a Pheasant looks to be travelling better and jumps up alongside there. Major Ridge now back in third, so coming on the final fence, Rattle the Cage has got the inside. Game as a Pheasant looks to be travelling slightly better, but Game as a Pheasant hit the last hard, and now they swing right-handed and on the run in. But Game of a Pheasant has now hit the front, trying to battle back on the inside. Is Rattle the Cage? There's nothing between the pair. Back in third, the Mobile Man has taken third. Rattle the Cage on the inside is Game and Fortune ahead of Game as a Pheasant as they run close home. Double up for Will Easterby. Rattle the Cage showed a good attitude. Came home in front of Game as a Pheasant. Then came the Mobile Man, Major Ridge, who led for a long way, then Zandino and Carlos Gardel.